Hello, you're with Dion at HDpiano, and today we're learning how to play Dance Monkey by Tones and I. This is a fantastically funky song. I'm going to show you through in part one the intro and the first half of the first verse. These parts sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to leave it there before we head on to the next parts, which will be over at hdpiano.com as always. Now, I have enjoyed learning this song and I'm thrilled to teach it to you because if you didn't know, well, Tones and I is from Australia. And if you didn't know, well, I'm also from Australia. Now, you might think that we're both from Australia, therefore we know each other. Well, no. But I did once do some recording with the producer of this song. So we're like 1 degree of separation away. This song is really big in Australia right now. It's been number 1 for the last 15 weeks, so that's a long time. And this song, well, it's in the wonderful key of F sharp minor. Now, F sharp minor shares all the same notes as its relative major key, which is A major. Now, A major has 3 sharps, C sharps, F sharps, and G sharps. So F sharp minor is the same notes, but in starting on F sharp instead of A. So this is the F sharp natural minor scale we're working with. So this song is built around a 4-chord pattern, which I'm going to show you to start with. And I'm going to show you how everything else is built upon that 4-chord pattern. So the first chord is an F sharp minor. Now at the start of the intro, this is being played on a really high section of the piano. So middle C is right here. And the first chords in the right hand are an octave and a half above that. So we're starting in F sharp minor in root position, which is F sharp, A, and C sharp. Left hand's going to add to that by playing the root note of the chord, F sharp, just an octave below that point. So both hands are up in kind of the treble clef area if you're reading the music. The second chord is a D major. Again, in root position in the right hand, we have D, F sharp, and A. Third chord is an E major, E, G sharp, and B. Fourth chord, C sharp minor, C sharp, E, and G sharp. So these 4 chords underpin all of the song. Same 4 chords throughout the entire song, which is brilliant news for you if you're a singer, because that means you can really experiment with those 4 chords and build an arrangement to sing upon. However, this is a melody version. So I'm going to show you through how we're going to voice these chords while still playing along the melody. So the first 4 bars of this song, the intro, we're basically taking exactly what's being played on the piano. So I'm going to take you through that firstly. So in the right hand, we have our F sharp minor chord being played on 8th notes, all the way up until beat 4 and then 4E and the 16th note at the very end of the bar, we're going to change to the D major chord. Sounds like this, 3 and 4 and. Hear that little quick change there? I'll play it for you again with some counting. 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4E and a 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4E and a 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4E and a 1 and 2 and 3. So we're mainly dealing in 8th notes across that riff, but there is 16th notes throughout this entire song. And a little special note with these 16th notes, they're actually all swung, the 16th notes. So instead of having a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a pulse, it's like a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. It's all a little bit kind of funkier, which is what makes this song, I guess, so danceable. So on that right hand, moving to the next chord on the 4E and of the bar before, we pause it on beat 1 of the next bar before continuing on the 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4E and a 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 4E and a 1 and 2 and So we could keep going with that pattern all the time while that pattern exists in the song, but we are going to stop at some point to allow the melody to enter. The left hand, as I said, it's backing up these chords with some root notes. And in the gap between beats 4 and 4 end, I'm actually going to put another root note. So we have 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3. So I was jumping in there with the root note of the old chord on 4E and then joining the new chord on the 4E and A. One more time with the intro before I move on. 3E and a 4E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4E and a 1 and 2 and... Well, that wasn't what I was playing before. Let me try that one more time. 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4E and a 1 and a 2 and a 3. So I'm stopping there on beat 3 because after this point I'm going to move into the melody. So throughout this verse section, I'm going to be playing something pretty consistent with the left hand. Left hand is playing octaves on the root notes of the chords we've been playing. Now, we are now in the area below middle C. Middle C again was right here. So I start with octaves on F sharp, move down to D, move up to E, and then down to C sharp. And the rhythm I'll be using here is playing on beats 1, 2 and 4. So with a count it sounds like this: 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So this groove keeps going throughout most of the song. So if you're building your own arrangement, you can keep that in mind as a little pulse to play as you join in some chords with the right hand perhaps. That pulse continues all the way until the last bar of the first half of the verse, or the last 2 bars, where they become whole notes instead of playing on that groove. So this left hand underpins the right hand melody. Now the right hand melody in this song, as we said before, are in the key of A major. And a lot of pop songs deal with a scale called the pentatonic scale. Now the pentatonic scale uses the first, the second, the third, the fifth and the sixth notes of the scale. Now this is true in this song. Most of the notes we have are built on that pentatonic, but we do also have the G sharp, which is the 7th note of the scale, appearing quite often as well. So the melody is really based around these 4 notes. So if you've got those 4 notes underneath your fingertips, then it's really a case of putting them in the right order. So I'll take you through one more time with the melody just by itself, so you can have a nice listen to how it sounds. There are some 16th notes in here. I don't want to take too long to spend on counting those out because these do just sound like the vocal melody in the song. So if you know how they should sound, well, I think you should have a go at playing them, and then we can discuss some counting a bit more in the next video. So the melody, we start with on beat 4 of the previous bar, 1, 2, 3. Now, after this point, we start to venture off a little bit more. That'll be in the next video, of course. So that melody is quite repetitive, not very varying through there. So the thing that I'm going to add into that melody to make it a little bit more inspiring to listen to and to play is some harmony from the chords. So as I start off with the F sharp minor chord in my left hand, the bass notes anyway, I'm going to add as many notes from that chord as I can while I play the melody, which means to start off with, I'm going to add an A and a C sharp to the melody whenever I can. And because of the way this melody is shaped, sometimes I can put in 2 extra notes, sometimes I can only put in 1 extra note. So keep that in mind as I'm playing along. 3 and 4 and. Hear there how I kept the C sharp in there as much as possible? And after that first A, I couldn't really fit that underneath my fingers so well because I was preparing to head up the piano to this area. So I'll show you that again. And I'm doing a little bit of gymnastics here with my hands. I'm starting off with my thumb on A. Then my thumb comes up to the C, so I can reach this top A with my 5th finger. One more time, we have 3 and 4 and. I'm landing here on a D major kind of chord. Now the melody here finishes on this G sharp, but like the F sharp chord, I'm trying to harmonize it with notes from the D major chord. So I'm reaching down to an A and a D underneath that G sharp. It's a bit of a funky sounding combination of notes, but that's where the melody sits and this is where our chords sit. So that's where we get that combination from. So after this point, the melody is back up to A, so we can bring in a proper D major chord underneath that. Then we head to our E major. So we're bringing in a B and an E that will sort of be heard at the start of each bar. And then the notes from our C sharp minor that will be heard underneath the first note of the C sharp minor bar. So we're really just adding in the chords, the notes from the chords when we can, but most obviously at the start of each bar or on the 16th note that leads into the start of each bar. So I'll take you through the first 4 bars of this verse, and you can have a listen to those harmonies. 3 and 4 and. You getting the idea there? So have an experiment with your own ideas of what you want to harmonize the melody with. Maybe it's more notes than me, maybe it's fewer notes than me, maybe it's just the basic melody you're playing, maybe you're just playing chords. It's up to you to have an experiment. Before I forget, I wanted to ask you, this song is called Dance Monkey, and really I enjoy having a good dance when I can. So on Thursday night, I managed to get to a concert. I went and saw John Bellion, and it was fantastic. I had a great groove. So I want to know, when was the last time you were able to just let loose and have a really fun dance? All right. Second half of this verse, or the part 1 of the verse anyway, melody is pretty much the same, and harmony is pretty much the same. So we're working through from our C sharp chord. We're going to harmonize underneath the very end of this bar. Again, 2 notes from our C sharp chord. Before we head back into our F sharp minor bar and our D major bar. Left hand holds chords from the C sharp minor. Now we'll be heading into the next part of the verse with a C sharp minor in first inversion and then a B by itself. And that's going to lead into another part. So let's go through those 8 bars once more, and then we'll go from top to bottom at full speed. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do it one more time at full speed, including the intro. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next part, as always, follow me to hdpiano.com. My name is Dion. Make sure you're following us on all your favorite socials at HDpiano. Send your requests our way at requests.hdpiano.com, and I'll see you here again very soon for your next lesson. Bye for now.